Hi there, people. Welcome to our class number 44. And thank you, Corporación Municipal de San Miguel, for this space that we can still continue sharing with you. Welcome to our class number 44.
Be mine. Come back to the city. Come back to the city. Yeah.
And hello again. Welcome to our class number 44. And today we are going to work in a very, very specific topic, as you can see here in the title, which is this one: 10 concepts to bear in mind in a job interview. To bear in mind, to have in your mind, to have it ready to use. That is bear in mind, okay? So many people have asked me about what can I do if I have to face an interview in English. Well, first of all, you have to practice your English. If I have to practice your oral skills, that's the first thing you have to do, and then you have to take care of these 10 concepts and of some questions that we have to prepare before the interview. In the second part of this class, we're going to see some questions that are very important to prepare before an interview, especially if it's an interview in English. Okay, so let's start with these 10 concepts to bear in mind, to have in mind in a job interview. Here you learn English with Teacher Cloud. What is the first concept? Which one it is? How to impress in an interview. You want to make a big impression. Remember that there are no second chances. The only possibility to have a very good first impression is the first time that you meet the person. So you have to be sure of what you know. Take a deep breath, relax, and just enjoy the moment, and speak slowly, not so slow, not so fast, like if you were speaking with a friend. And don't get nervous. I know it's difficult. It's difficult because sometimes from that job depends a lot of people, or depends on your professional development, depends on a lot of elements. But relax. If you really want to achieve your goal, if you really want to get that job, first of all, you have to be relaxed and trust what you know. And of course, you have to, beforehand, you have to practice your oral skills, especially if it's an interview in English, which is the one that we are practicing now. We are studying now. How to impress in an interview. First of all, being relaxed, being yourself, and be secure. Be sure about what you know about yourself. That's the first thing you have to do. Then the preparation. You have to be prepared, as I was telling you. You have to know how to speak English. Maybe with, okay, I'm not telling you that you have to do a perfect interview. Maybe you can make some mistakes, of course. We're humans. But don't get stuck in the words. Don't get too nervous. And of course, try to prepare as much as possible your oral skills. Practice your speaking. If you have a friend that speaks English, or your couple, your fiancé, your boyfriend, your girlfriend speaks English, lose the fear and start practicing every day a little bit. So in that way, when you get to the moment of facing an interview in English, it will be, of course, as usual, a piece of cake. But you have to practice. You have to be prepared. Preparation is the first thing you have to have in mind. You have to bear in mind. You can't just improvise a job interview. And I had the case of a man that he told me, well, I can understand a lot of English, so I don't think it would be too difficult to prepare the job interview. So he paid me some private classes to prepare him for the job interview. He paid me 6 classes, and when I talked in English to him, just like the way I am doing now to you, he didn't understand one word, and he wanted me to prepare him for the interview. he wasn't prepared. He wasn't like here it says preparation. He wasn't prepared for an interview. He didn't have the skills already developed, and he didn't practice enough to face an interview in English. So preparation is the first concept that you have to bear in mind. The second one is to be early, especially now that we are in this pandemic times. If you are watching this video when the pandemic times are over, great, you have to be early in the physical place. But if you have to face a job interview in this way, you have to be early. You can't connect late. Try to get connected at least 1 or 2 minutes before, or just in time or a little before. Never late, never after the time that you have to be for the interview. Never, please, never. Never, because that shows that the most probable thing is that you won't be on time for your daily functions, for your daily job, if you arrive late for the interview. It doesn't matter if it's in a physical place, in an office, or through these devices, right? Like via Skype or via Meet or via Zoom, whatever, or Microsoft Teams. Well, there are many different platforms that you can use to face an interview in English. But you have to be early. You have to be on time for the interview. That's the important thing. Next one. The phone off, please. If you're in a physical place, in an office, on an interview, turn off your cell phone or put it on silent mode, no vibration, because if you feel the vibrations of your cell phone in your pocket, and maybe you're just in a important moment of the interview, you will get distracted, especially if it's an interview in English. So my advice, turn off your cell phone. I know that you will feel isolated, I know that you will feel alone, but in a moment like in a job interview in English, the best thing you can do is to isolate yourself from the world. You have to be focused, you have to be concentrated in what is your goal, which is succeed in the job interview, right? So phone off. Remember, phone off before the interview. A firm handshake. Well, before the pandemic times, it was common to have a handshake, right? Now with the elbow, no, I don't think in a job interview you will say hello, you will greet like that, no. But when these pandemic times finish, but they have to finish in some moment of life, right? Just say hello with a firm handshake. Firm. If you say, like, for example, if your interviewer says, "Hello, how are you?" and you use like, and you do this, and they very strong, and you're just like your hand is just too soft. It's not a firm handshake. What are you communicating with that is that you are not an honest person. The firm of the handshake is that you are a very honest person, and of course when you do the handshake you have to make eye contact with your interviewer. You have to look into his or her eyes. It's really important if you want to transmit that you're an honest person and you are a trustworthy person. You have to look into the eyes of the people that is talking to you, just like the way I'm doing now to you. And a firm handshake, firm. Not too strong, not too soft, right in the middle, strong, okay? Firm handshake, very important. Smile. We're very much alike, right? Yeah, smiling is very important because that shows that you are confident. You trust in what you know, that you are a person that is secure, that is happy. The less thing that a job place wants, or that an interviewer wants, is a depressed guy or depressed girl, depressed man or woman, that will only bring bad vibrations, right? Bad habits, maybe. It will be gloomy. No. Interviewers must see you that you are happy. You have to smile. And if you are too nervous, usually you think you are smiling, but you are like this. No, no, relax. Don't be like a frozen smile. No, relax. While you're talking, and from time to time you say, thank you very much. Oh, that's a good question. Try to smile during the conversation. Okay? Take a look at here, because if you are talking and you're like, that means that you're angry or you're insecure. So you have to relax your forehead, smile a little bit, and be friendly. It's very, very important to be friendly during the conversation and the interview, but the idea is not be so relaxed, because it's not a friend. It's an interviewer, and your job will depend on that. But don't get too nervous. Smile. Body language is really important. If you're like sitting like here in the interview, yeah, no, and you look like your face like, and you're sitting like this in the interview, or like that, or you're like this. No. Have to be smile, straight, right? Your head have to be like, right, not like this, not like that. No, straight, confident. Trust me what you know, and remember, your body speaks for you. What that's supposed to mean? That if you are in the interview and you're like this with your hands all the time while you're talking, or like this, that is a sign that you are nervous. You are not confident in what you know. But if you are like, or like this, it's different. Relax. Your hands, your foot, your feet, or your sweat can betray you. Your body language is very important when you're facing an interview. So you have to be focused, okay? Body language. Write notes. Especially if they're giving you some information about the company, write notes. And also, a suggestion is that you should investigate, you should research the company that you are applying for the job. Why? Because that's what the company is like. I mean, it's like, for example, if you're, I don't know, you're applying to work in Apple, and the person that you are being interviewed ask you about the company. What do you know about the company? And you don't know anything about the company. That's not a good sign. Really, it's not a good sign. Next, of course, your curriculum vitae, your CV. It's absolutely important to have a good curriculum. Please prepare your curriculum. It's your presentation card. It's the first glance, the first look the interviewer is that will have from you. And I have seen, really, with these eyes that I have here, I have seen that a bad curriculum, sometimes the people that is hiring your future boss, they just look at the curriculum and they say, no, I don't like the image, I don't like the just the first part. They read a little bit. No, this no. I like this one because it has a good photograph. It is tidy, the order, and it's clear. Your curriculum must be clear. Okay, that's another important thing. And of course, by the end, ask questions. Be prepared for ask questions, not only answer questions. Be prepared for asking questions. Okay, what kind of questions? We will see that when we come back from our commercials in a few more minutes in the second part of the class. Alright, and now we're starting the second part of our class number 44 of this intermediate English workshop of the Corporación Municipal de San Miguel. And what is the name of the second part? As you can see here, just right below, getting ready to succeed in a job interview. Get ready to succeed. That's the attitude. That's what you have to bear in mind. You have to remember. Your goal must be succeed in the job interview. How are you going to do it? Preparing some questions. You have to be ready to answer some questions. What are these questions? Let's go with the first one. Your interviewer will tell you, okay, nice to meet you, Claudio. Tell me a little about yourself. Please, don't tell your life to the interviewer. No. I have seen this in some interviews. Tell me a little about yourself, and they start from early childhood until the moment of the interview. And that's absolutely boring. That spoils your interview. A little about yourself. What are they asking you? Things that are related to the job, to the position that you're applying. And maybe you can say, okay, I like listen to music, I like reading. What do you do? What do you like to do in your free time? Some hobbies. Okay, yes, I am married or single. I have kids. I don't have kids. But don't get too honest or too long in the things that you're telling your interviewer. Just a little about yourself. It's like a summary. So be prepared to speak about 2 or 3 minutes about you, and that's it. Don't use more than 2 or 3 minutes. If you speak more than 3 minutes, it's dangerous because you're maybe losing the opportunity of that job. Okay? That's the first one. Tell me a little about yourself. And in some future videos, we're going to go deep into the different questions, but this is just an introduction, the first part, to tell you how to prepare or how to get prepared for a job interview. Okay, tell me a little about yourself, 2 or 3 minutes, no more than that. How did you hear about the position, Claudio? Oh, well, what can I say? I just found it on the newspaper. I was looking for a new job on the internet and I found it. Be prepared to answer that. How did you hear about the position? Or just a friend of mine told me that you were looking for an English teacher or for an interpreter, so here I am. Okay, so you have to be honest in that part. Okay. Number 3, why are you interested in this position? Try to avoid the answer because of the money. We know that money is important. We know that having a good income is important, a good salary. But that cannot be your main goal, at least not in the interview. Okay? Not in the interview. Why are you interested in this position? Because I think that I have heard that this company has a good reputation. You're very responsible. Every year you grow a little bit more. And you can make a career in this company. Prepare different possibilities, but don't say in the interview that you're interested in this position because only or first because of the money, because of the salary. No. Try to avoid to talk about that in the first place. Maybe later, not at the beginning. Okay? Number 4. Why should we hire you, Claudio? Why should we hire you? Because I'm very handsome? Because I speak very well? I make very good jokes? No. Why should we hire you? Because, and in this part, you have to be prepared. Remember in the first part when we talk about the preparation? Well, the preparation comes in this part because you have to make a little research, you have to make a little investigation about the company or about the position in the company that you're applying to. Why should we hire you? Because your vision and your mission in the company is like this. So I think that I can be the perfect, maybe not the perfect, I can be a perfect element to join to your company because you have the same vision that I have from, I don't know, for example, from the economy, markets in the world. We have the same vision and the same passion for teaching English. I don't have the same idea of the importance of economy. Depends on the job that you're applying to, right? But you have to be prepared to answer these questions. Why should we hire you? Because I'm a good element and I know that I can be a plus in the company because of my skills, and I think I am sure that we can get to a win-win situation because I'm very good in what I do and I really enjoy my work. So you should hire me because I can be a plus for your company. Okay, I can be a very good element. I learn fast and I'm not afraid of new challenges. That's it. Relax and clear. Don't speak too much. Don't get messy. You have to hire me because I am very good. No, I forgot to tell you that. But before that, no, please. Relax and with your ideas clear. This, and this. And remember in English, short ideas, clear ideas. Just that. Number 5, what do you consider your strengths and your weaknesses? Please, in this part, the interviewer is asking you about your professional life. Don't put things or don't mix them with your personal life. For example, what do you consider that is a weakness from you? I'm very jealous of my wife. I am just a jealous person, and I know that I don't have to be so jealous with my wife or with my girlfriend, but no, they're not asking you that. They're asking you about your professional job, your professional skills. So what are your weaknesses? Maybe, I don't know. I am too detail oriented and sometimes I just want to do too many things at the same time because I like to have all the details under control. Maybe that could be a weakness and but you talk about the weakness and you already know how to, maybe you can solve that weakness. Don't tell the interviewer just maybe I love sleeping, I like eating. No, some specific things, little things. Be careful what you're saying or what you're considering as a weakness, and give the interviewer also a possible solution for this weakness that you have. And your strength, of course, well, my strength, I think that I have very good speaking skills. I am not a shy person. I love to work in teams. Teamwork is a specific and very important skill that all the companies are looking for now in the 21st century. You have to know how to work in teams. You can't work you can't work alone. Okay, so be careful with that, because if you're going to work in a team, you have to besides of being respectful, you have to be tolerant, because maybe the other person think different to you, or maybe the other person thinks that maybe you think alike, or maybe they dressed differently, or they behave in a way that you don't like. You have to be tolerant, you have to be respectful, right? And you have to be friendly. And some other things that we will see in the near future in other class about the soft skills. What are the soft skills? We will see them in the future, not in this class, but we will see them in the short term. Okay? Tell me about a time when you overcome a challenge at work. Please, please, please pay attention to this question or to this requirement. Tell me about a time when you overcome a challenge at work. Many people I have seen with these eyes that many people when they're being asked this question, or they are told this, they said, tell me about a time when you overcome a challenge. No, when I was in the school I had to face a difficult situation, and they just talk about when they overcome a challenge, but not in the workplace. If you are in a job interview, talk about the things that are related to your job, not about what things that you when you were in high school or in primary school. Okay, so a challenge at work, and of course be prepared to tell a story with some details. Maybe you can talk about 2, 3, or as a maximum 5 minutes about how did you overcome that challenge, how did you get to a positive situation. No more than 5 minutes, please, no more, because you will lose maybe the possibility to keep on talking about some other things that the interviewer is interested in knowing about you. What are your career goals? Okay, so try in the research that you do for the investigation, try to have the same goals that the company, okay, or the place that you are applying for the job. Your career goals are your professional goals, your professional objectives. What do you want from your work? Okay, for example, if you are applying to a school as a teacher, well, I think that education must be free and must be given to all the people without any discrimination, without any restriction. So as you have in this project the possibility to teach to all kind of people, I want to become part of this project because I think that education must be for everybody, and we don't have to make any difference for the people that is receiving your education. So you align with the goals of the company or the job place that you're applying to, without lying. But be careful of what you're going to say here, because if your career goals are too different, they differ too much in relation to the company goals, they won't call you back. Just as simple as that. They won't call you for the second part of the appliance process. Where do you see yourself in 5 more years? Another question that is tricky, and be careful with this, because why? If you're applying to Apple, for example, to work in Apple, and you say, okay, well, why do you want to work here? Because I think it's a good company, blah blah blah, right? You said at the beginning, and then they ask you by the end of the question of the interview, where do you see yourself in 5 more years? No, I see myself in Microsoft working. I said, what? If you're applying to Apple, you can't say that in 5 more years you visualize yourself in Microsoft, because you're supposed to apply into Apple, right? So in 5 more years, you see yourself, I see myself in this company, growing, maybe in charge of a group of people, making the company grow, and continue learning from the different situations that I will have to face during the years of facing life in my professional life. Try always to be careful with this question, and remember, don't talk about changing your job when you don't even have the job and you're already thinking in changing. No. In 5 more years, I see myself in this company doing this and doing that. Okay, good. Question number 9. Why do you want to work here? Because of the reputation of the company, because the possibilities of professional development that I have, because I can use my English skills, or because I like to work in teams, right? Or I love teamwork, and I know that in this company you can work a lot in teamwork, and you have the possibility to travel abroad to another country. So be clear of why do you want to work in that company, and not only because I know that I'm going to earn a lot of money. No, don't talk about the money at the beginning of the interview. Wait until they talk about the money, or by the end of the interview, when you will know for certain when the interview is about to finish, and you can ask about the money. Okay? Don't ask at the beginning. And last but not least, do you have any questions for me? This is really important. Why is so important? Because if you don't have any questions for your interviewer, that will tell that from you that you have no idea about what the company is, and you are not prepared. Preparation. Remember at the beginning of the class when we talk about preparation? This is preparation. So we have the 2 questions here. Maybe that you can ask to the company, to your interviewer. Yes, I have a couple of questions. Don't ask about the money. Not yet. What is like to work here? What is like? How it is? So you can have the chance to make him or her speak about daily life at the office or at the school that you are applying, and ask to your interviewer, what do you think is the most rewarding part of working here? What is the best part of working here? And they will tell you, well, it's this, 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 and this. That's it. Of course, that there are many, believe me, many different ways of how to face a job interview, especially if it's in English. But this is one of the best ways that I believe that you can succeed. I really believe that you can succeed in a job interview. Last week, no, a couple of weeks ago, I helped a friend with his job interview, and a couple of days ago he called me and he said, Claudio, thank you very much, I got the job. So it's true what I'm telling you, right? Do what I say and you will get the job, and relax. And this is the first part. We will do another, because there are too many elements, too many things that we can talk and we can work to prepare a job interview. But this is just the first part, okay? So watch the video as many times as you want, and remember to send me any questions to teacher.cloud1977@gmail.com, and that by the end of this class will appear, right, my mail again. So if you have any questions, please send me a mail. It doesn't matter if you're watching this video in the same day that it's released, or a couple of years, or a month, or weeks, or whatever, a couple of decades after. Just send me a mail, no problem, and I will answer you back. Okay, I will answer all your questions. I will always answer the mails, because it's for a matter of respect to the people that is investing some time watching this video. And if you send me the mail, I will answer you back. I promise. Okay? So, people, we're getting to the end of our class number 44. Hope to see you next class. Next class, on class number 45. We're not going to continue with this. We're going to, in the near future, yes, we're going to do a second part of the job interview. But next class, you have to watch it, because I've spent many times preparing, a lot of time, many hours preparing that class. And we're going to talk about in the next class number 45, about 30 strange laws around the world, things that are forbidden, that you, when you hear that, is why is that forbidden? It's so common, so daily used. Why is forbidden in these countries? For example, did you know that in Poland it's forbidden to use a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt? It's forbidden. Why? You will find it out next class, the class number 45. Stay home, stay safe. Hope to see you soon. And keep on learning English with Teacher Clau. Bye bye, people. See you.